Hey, this is that material we just ran through the cleanup sluice, or as Ray calls it, his separator. Saw me in the backyard. We put it all into this container here, and he's going to dump it from here into the...
That's what I get out of a 5-gallon pail of sand.
That's 5-gallon pail of screened material.
That's what's left over.
So you can see the little bit of black sand there. I'm going to put it, and we're going to put it all in this pan here. And you'll be able to see what we got left and what we got out of it.
Now you can see.
This was the last bit of material.
If you can see the end right there,
Let go, let go.
I don't know whether you can see it or not, but the corner there is just...
There's a whole pile right there.
Yes.
Hard to see on here for us until we put it online. If it'll work or not. Now give me that. Dump a little out. Dump a little water out. Give me the pan, please.
Oh, okay, power. What happens here?
Hold that for a second. You just bumped the button wrong. So that's what we got. I'll try and take it down to one end here and then bring it back.
So now we're going to do some back panning. You've heard a lot about back panning. But in order to start, you got to get it all down in one corner.
Let's do it at the bottom.
Try to use the water out of the pan. Then you'll be adding. This is the fun stage.
This is the part I love.
Now I'll just lean over to here, and here's the soap. So I'll just set the soap right down there.
Put a little bit in here.
There's soap in the mix.
Now start slowly bringing it
So
back.
you notice everything was just taken to one corner. And now that's called back panning. Back panning is pulling everything else and leaving the gold behind.
You can see down here is all the waste material coming
see,
off.
You can see the stuff coming down as she back pans. You can see it's in a straight line.
Unfortunately, we lost our sunshine today.
Yeah.
The sun
all the gold
keeps
should
coming
be
and
left
going.
behind up by the rings there. And you draw all the lighter stuff down. And this is where your floating will come in.
Because you're exposing it to the air.
Because you're exposing it from water to air, back to water to air.
And
so at any time it could start.
Our, what do you call it? My brain's not working all of a sudden. You get, there we go. We got some sunshine now. You can get a better picture of the...
Yeah. See the gold starting to show?
You see the black sand moving down.
This was just a pail in the garage. I wasn't sure if there was gold in it or not, or if it had been run.
It was at the end of last season.
But it was from the end of
right
last
at
season.
the end of fall, just before it froze up at Prospector's Point. That's where we got this.
It was frozen in a pail in my other garage. I just brought it over here a couple days ago.
You can see the more I do this,
yeah,
the more gold is showing now. And the gold,
this is a continual process till you get down.
You'll notice that the gold is staying up at the top.
Yeah, it's not really moving.
It's not really moving.
If you're doing it hard enough for your gold,
if I go too fast, then you can see here this piece of gold way down here. I can just take it and slide it back up. Any of this gold that's coming too far down for me. And then all my gold's back at the top again.
Back panning 101.
You go too hard, that's what you have. Is you have your gold coming down too far then.
This you will learn at the gold panning class. And don't be afraid if you do pull some gold down to get your fingers in there. Push it back up.
Put your finger in there and push it back up.
And if you lose a couple pieces, not to worry. This is where patience comes in. You're not going to get every last speck.
Yeah, so don't worry about getting every one. That's the mistake a lot of new people make, is you try to catch every single speck of gold. Well, you know what? Next time you're doing it, it'll be in your pan. You'll catch it next time.
You're continually dump it into a bucket and just.
And you see, I've got it in here. So if I do spill anything, it's going to go right into that pan that we have underneath us. And we can use that again to dump back in and start over again.
You just keep this up till your gold's all clean.
And we're 99% there now, pretty well. Got a little bit coming down again. It will travel. Your gold will travel on your black sand if you go too fast. That's why we tell you to go slow. Move slow.
Now remember, we have added soap already. Because if we didn't, it'd be floating right now.
I would have, gold floating on top of my water.
So, being that I know that already, I take it down so far and then in goes the soap. Because I know it's going to happen. It's not
we know from experience.
It's when.
Yeah, so. We know from experience it will happen. It does every time if you don't have soap in it. And we don't use just soap. That's what we keep saying, and everyone says, what are you talking about? It's called Legacy of Clean. They used to call it liquid organic cleaner. It is environmentally friendly. It's a product of Amway. I use it for that reason because it is biodegradable. It won't hurt the fish. It won't hurt your anything that you're doing. It's going to keep everything safe. At the same time, it works great for preventing gold from floating. And there you go. We're down to our gold for the day. You can see at the bottom of the pan is all the waste material, which is your black sand and sand that was left over and what have you. But as you can tell, our separator or cleanup sluice, it never even takes out all of the gold. Nothing does. I don't care what kind of equipment you have out there. You need to learn to backpan like I'm doing. If you don't backpan, you'll never have clean gold. You'll always have black sand in your gold. I can tell from here that there's still some very fine black sand on it. But it's so fine now that it doesn't matter to me because next time I do a cleanup, it'll be in there. And I'll take care of it then. So now what I'm going to do is get rid of some of this crap in my pan.
I just gently do this. That's all the waste that was pulled down.
Now you look in here, you can see all the black sand again. Notice all the sand.
Yeah. So it's been saved.
No gold, it's just sand. Well, I shouldn't say no gold because there could be a few flakes in there, but it isn't going to be anything of substantial amount to worry about. The majority of all my gold now is inside my pan up here at the top. And I'll give it another quick tap into one area here. Start to see it come. Nice lip there. too much soap that time. But it doesn't matter how much soap you put in, really, as long as you get enough there to stop your gold from floating. And there's the final product. That's out of a 5-gallon pail. And it wasn't a full 5-gallon pail either. That pail was about 3/4 full, if that. So that's what we got last time we were out at Prospector's Point the end of the year last year.